In central Sri Lanka, snaking through dense forests, steep mountains, and verdant valleys, lies a section of railway connecting the main hubs of Ella and Kandy. By no means is this rail the best and most efficient form of transportation, but the experience in itself makes for an epic ride. 7 hours on the Scenic train will have you wanting to stick your head out the window to soak in the views, and sometimes even your entire body. In this video, we'll start off by exploring the mountainous town of Ella with its famous 9-arch bridge and the epic Little Adams Peak before hopping on our train journey. While most people go straight between the two cities, we'll be breaking up our rail trip in a little town with the most stunning tea plantations. This became our favorite hidden gem in Sri Lanka that we encourage you not to miss.
Good morning. It is completely pitch black outside, but we are heading off to what is easily the most popular thing to do here in Ella, which is to go see the 9-arch bridge.
It's gonna be hopefully a nice morning. It has been raining nonstop for the past 36 hours, but right now when we look up, we can see some stars, some clouds clearing up, and there's no rain. So we're staying hopeful.
I can't believe it's still raining.
We are going to head over to the train station because that's actually kind of where you're going to get to the 9-arch bridge the fastest. But we'll explain more once we get there. So right over there, you see this lit up building. That's where the ticket station is. Just walk down this path for literally 50 meters. And then this is the path that you're going to take to get over to the train tracks. And you're going to walk in this direction over to 9-arch bridge. From the train station, it should take about half an hour for you to get to 9-arch bridge. As you're walking along these train tracks, just remember guys, these are live train tracks, which means there will be trains passing through. So make sure you don't have headphones in and just pay attention. They should be sounding their horns periodically. So yeah, just listen for it, watch out for it. And if you do, just move on to the side. There's actually quite a bit of space. Even though we were in a rush to get there, we stopped quite a few times to admire the moody fog lifting off the ground. Walking along the tracks was straightforward, and about 30 minutes later, we reached the last tunnel before the bridge. With the passing of this tunnel right here behind me, we are now at 9-arch bridge. And it is a lot busier than we expected, even though it is 6:40 in the morning.
There's a stunning photo spot looking up to 9-arch bridge while being amidst a field of tea leaves. Getting here is relatively simple. Go across the bridge and on the left-hand side you'll find a clear opening to head down. Be careful as it can get very muddy and slippery, and take even greater care to look at the ground as it is a haven for small leeches. Wear long socks and closed-toed shoes to be safe.
Look how crazy busy it's getting down by the bridge. We wanted to come away from the people, so we decided to come to this viewpoint where it's pretty much just the two of us. It's right on the left side of the tunnel. There's a little bit of a pathway with some steps. It took maybe about half a minute to get up here, and we can see the bridge really well. We can also see some cafes on the hillside on the other side. So we're gonna head back there, take the steps up, and hopefully we can get a nice view while we fill our tummies for breakfast. We got ourselves up to the Cafe Sol, which is actually the first cafe that you see when you go up those muddy steps. And the place here is nice and spacious. We got a table right in the corner to get a good view of the train bridge. And the train is supposed to pass by in about 10 minutes or so. So we're really being hopeful that we can get a good vantage point.
As you guys can see, this is an incredibly popular attraction, so we're glad we came early. It was really worth it. Oh, here comes the next train, but this one is a little different.
We finally got a good vantage point for us to see the train on the bridge, and it actually stopped this time, and I think it stays here for about 10 minutes for people to take in the scenery before heading straight to Ella.
The food came out exactly when we wanted it to. As soon as that train left, he came over with our pancakes. Now, of course, these are gonna be quite different from Western pancakes. Essentially, it's a thin crepe wrapped around our fruit. So for mine, I got banana, and Lauren, she got coconut and honey. Now, the pricing here is gonna be on the higher end, of course, because they probably have one of the best views. I'm kind of hoping that the portions will be a little bit bigger. Let's go ahead and give these guys a shot. Very average, I would say at best. The grape isn't super thin, it's a little bit chewy and doughy, but the fruit is super nice and the honey is a nice touch. After filling our bellies and seeing the train 3 times, we are ready to head off to our next spot. And this is arguably the second most important destination here in Ella, which is called Little Adams Peak. You can actually just walk right to the trailhead, and it only takes about half an hour. Use Google Maps, it tells you exactly the route to take.
Are we in Sri Lanka or are we in Bali? Because I am seeing a giant swing decorated with flowers that is perfect for Instagram photos. There's also a zip line in the back for adventurers and a Ravana pool club that is just amazing to relax in while enjoying some drinks at the sunbeds with a gorgeous mountain view in front. Look how vast and gorgeous the mountain view is here. I'm so glad that we made our way up here, and it only took 20 minutes at a leisure pace. We're at viewpoint number 1. There's a second one that's a little further down the ridgeline. And we did hear that the view is quite similar over there, but it would be nice to get away from the crowds, so we're gonna try to make our way over.
Once again, it is pretty much pitch black outside. Only difference is that now we are dragging our suitcases over to the railway station. Now today we are going to be heading on what is easily the most popular train ride in all of Sri Lanka. In fact, it's probably one of the most famous ones in the entire world. And that is to go between Kandy and Ella.
Man, that was a struggle to get it on the train because the platform was a lot lower than in the train itself. So it felt like climbing a ladder to get on. We finally made it and we're in second class.
There are actually 3 different classes that you can book. You have first class, second class, and third class. Now, normally you think the first class would be the best, but technically for this specific train ride, you actually want to be sitting in second class. The reason why is in first class, you do have air conditioning, but we heard from a couple of friends, a lot of times the AC doesn't even work, so it gets really stuffy and you cannot open the windows. Now, third class would be your second best option. Now, the seats won't be as comfortable, but at least you can still open up the windows and you can stand by the doorway as you peek out into the views.
Quite the rainy day, a little bit chilly, so I'm definitely glad somebody came by with some hot and fresh masala chai. And I'm surprised that since we got to Sri Lanka, we haven't had any masala chai at all, so this is quite a nice treat. Ooh, milky, sweet, spice, perfect.
I don't know if you guys can tell, but there is a lot of rain droplets here on the windowsill, and it's super moody out there because it is raining like crazy. So unfortunately, we're not able to see the true beauty of this route, but the rain does give it this like very eerie and moody vibe, which does look super cool. But seriously, this route from Ella to Kandy or Kandy to Ella, it is a seriously beautiful route. And there's a reason right there, all these tea plantations. This is a huge reason why you should take the train.
Even though the weather could have been better, the moody scenery was magical. Seeing the dense fog made it feel as though we were going somewhere enchanting. which we kind of were. On the second half of our train journey, we did get our open door moment, but for now, it's time for us to explore our hidden gem town.
We finally made it over to Nanu Oya, which is a little countryside town just outside of Nuwara Eliya. And the reason why we wanted to break up our trip between Ella and Kandy to stay here is because this region is famous for having amazing tea plantations. And the reason why we wanted to stay in Nanu Oya specifically is because it's so much quieter than Nuwara Eliya. Our guest house is also only a 10-minute walk from the railway station. We are right amidst the tea plantations. I'm gonna go ahead and list all of our stays in the description below if you wanted to go check them out. This one was just so gorgeous, and we paid like 18 USD for one night. Our host also welcomed us with some tea, some cake and bananas, which was great since we didn't even have breakfast yet. But because it's not quite time to check in, it's still 10 in the morning, we're gonna go out and explore the tea plantations before coming to settle back in. It is raining, hence the rain jackets, but just a little bit. And we found a waterfall. It's called the Nanu Oya waterfall. That's about an 8-minute walk from our homestay. So we're gonna go check that out. And it's pretty easy to be able to walk along the road to get to it. This is a spot that we wanted to see, and it was only an 8-minute downhill walk from our guest house, so it was just perfect. And it turns out that the train is supposed to come in about 10 minutes or so. Hopefully we can see it pass by. Pouring rain outside, and one of the downsides of staying in Nanu Oya is that there are very few restaurants in town. We did find this food truck that's right beside the railway station. It actually has indoor seating, so it's a nice place for us to just wait out the rain and get a quick bite to eat. We saw some bright skies up there, so we thought it would be a good idea to go and see the tea plantations. But we didn't get very far, and we ended up getting soaked in the torrential rain.
Like the rain here, it's just going crazy today.
This was one of our favorite memories. As we mentioned, food isn't easy to come by, but our guest house was able to prepare a family-style dinner within a couple hours' notice. It was so tasty and filling.
The next morning, we finally got to see what we came here for. Rolling hills of tea shrubs as far as the eye can see. There are several walking paths you can take to enjoy the scenery, but best part of all, there wasn't a single person here. We had it all to ourselves.
The weather held up thankfully, so we walked over to the Edinburgh tea plantation, which just happens to be the backyard to our homestay. It's actually so beautiful here. We managed to actually find some different paths with stone steps so we can really immerse ourselves in the tea, and there's literally nobody here. Probably because it's such a gloomy day, but man, I'm so glad that we decided to come to Nanu Oya. This was so worth it.
Back at the station, we hopped on our final train leg over to Kandy. This time, the weather was fantastic. The doors were kept open the entire journey, so we were able to sit on the edge and truly take in the sights all the way to the end of our line.
Welcome to Kandy, and of course it's raining again. It's funny how we're here during the dry season, and it's been raining non-stop since we've been traveling through the inland mountainous region of Sri Lanka.
We hope you guys enjoyed adventuring us in this video, and we'll catch you guys next time in our final Sri Lankan adventures.